Hello there everybody, it's Math Dominus, and today we're going to be reviewing two SML videos, the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 video that finally came out, and also the Catch a Predator video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get—
Dominus! These videos came out a long time ago. They are no longer the most up-to-date, latest, or relevant SML videos, therefore, you're too late to review them. You should be reviewing the latest SML videos, not whichever SML video you want to review. I don't like it when you have free will over your content.
Dude, calm the fuck down.
This video begins this time with Marvin saying he does not want to work Five Nights at Freddy's. Though it turns out he was only there to give Jeffy his paycheck, which he only got $3 out of. Well, that's pretty lame. This time, instead of going to a pizzeria, Junior and his friends are going to a sleepover hosted by Timmy, Hucker. I'm still trying to figure out all these new characters' names, alright? Please stop yelling at me. Actually, please yell at me. I need that engagement. So because the setting is in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, we can rest easily, right? Wrong. This is adapting the fourth game in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, and in that game, instead of being in a pizzeria, you're in a child's room, and you're basically playing as a child trying to survive these nightmarish animatronics. And so far, these Five Nights at Freddy's SML videos have been pretty faithful to the games that they're based on. So obviously, because this is based on the fourth game, the characters are being hunted by the nightmare animatronics in the house. Or at least Timmy's house. According to a video Logan made on the Chili channel, he said that he wanted this video to be the scariest SML Five Nights at Freddy's video. So did it live up to it? Well, kinda. I'm gonna be upfront and say this is probably the least of my favorite of the Five Nights at Freddy's videos, in my opinion. The first Five Nights at Freddy's SML video was a borderline funny masterpiece, with Brooklyn Guy and Jeffy acting as two buddy cop characters reacting to the animatronics coming to life in hilarious and very snarky and deadpan ways, while still being respectful and faithful to the game it was based on. The second Five Nights at Freddy's SML video was a rehash of the first, but it introduced new characters, and Marvin was a new point of view for the story. So while the plot was the same, there was a lot of new things that made it feel fresh and funny. The third Five Nights at Freddy's SML video is easily my favorite because it's not only funny, but it's also extremely faithful to the third game. It includes some Five Nights at Freddy's lore stuff that I never thought Logan would actually include, but he did. It makes the video not only faithful to the third game, but to the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's in general, all while it's still being a self-aware parody of the third game. On top of the production value and the amazing costumes, it makes it not just one of my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's parody videos, but my favorite SML videos in general. So if it wasn't obvious by now, I hold the SML Five Nights at Freddy's parody videos in high regard. There are some of the best SML videos that he has made in recent years. So it kind of feels disappointing that the fourth SML video isn't really up to the same quality as the first three. Don't get me wrong, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is not a bad video, but it certainly doesn't feel like up to par with the first three SML videos. The first big reason is the fact that lore-wise, there's not much to this video in that department. After the third video, it kind of raised the bar a bit after it introduced some Five Nights at Freddy's lore into the plot, so I was kind of hoping something similar would happen here, but this didn't happen. There is no Bite of 87 type of thing, so that's kind of disappointing, and it's mostly just Junior and Jeffy running away from the nightmare animatronics, and it's not even explained why the nightmare animatronics are there. And if there is an explanation, I'm having a hard time recalling when exactly in the video do they explain why the nightmare animatronics are chasing the characters. To be fair, with the lore that was introduced in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, I could see why Logan didn't adapt those mini games into the video, because most of the game is about a child trying to survive the nightmare animatronics in his bedroom, so obviously Logan is going to adapt that part of the game for the video and not really attempt to adapt any of the lore, which is much more complicated than the simple premise of the characters in the bedroom being hunted by the animatronics. The second reason why this video falls short behind the first three is mainly because it's trying to be more scary than funny. There are still a lot of funny moments in this video for sure, but in terms of being scary, it's not really all that scary. I mean, there are a few suspenseful moments, but not really scary. Logan was trying to make this video be the scariest possible, but honestly, it's kind of hard to be scared of a video with Jeffy and Junior in it. And using some rather cliche scary moments to make the video feel more scary without actually being scary. I'm sure this video could probably scare his target demographic of kids, but me being 20 years old, it's not that scary. But for everything the video does wrong, it gets a lot of things right. For starters, the plot is neatly structured. There's no filler in the narrative, it gets straight to the point. Another good thing is the costumes. The Nightmare animatronics aren't that scary, it feels like they're trying too hard, but that's more or less the fault of the game models rather than the people who made the costumes in this video, because the costumes in this video are absolutely fantastic. They are well done. And even though I don't find this video scary, there are a few suspenseful moments that I could say that Logan did a pretty good job on, and that if I was much younger, I would definitely be scared of, because there are moments where he does a good job on the lighting to really make the animatronics look scary at the very least. And even if the video fails on horror in my opinion, it's still a pretty funny video, and there are a lot of funny moments that do make the video worth watching. This video isn't bad, there's a lot of good moments in this video, and while it's not on the same level of quality as the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's SML videos, it's still a good video to watch on its own. It's just my least favorite of those Five Nights at Freddy's parody videos. It was going for more scary than funny, and in my opinion, I wasn't that scared of this video. It probably would have made the video a lot better if it was scary, but at very best, there's only a few suspenseful moments. But those suspenseful moments were well done at the very least, so if I were to give this video a rating, I would give it a rating of 4 stars. It's on the same level as the second Five Nights at Freddy's SML parody video, but I would still place the second Five Nights at Freddy's video as much better than this one. Although I will admit, the part where Foxy is revealed to be a bad guy in this video, and then it kind of flashbacks to all the previous moments where Foxy was a good guy, was pretty funny. And then he just gets the bite of 87. Okay, there's your bite of 87 reference.
Is that the bite of it?
Shut up. Alright, up next is To Catch a Predator, and you can already tell that this is meant to be a parody of Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator.
Right. You want to explain yourself?
Joseph has been texting an adult friend for a while, and this adult friend may or may not be sending some inappropriate messages to him, and with him being a minor and him being an adult, you all know where this is going. Cody has to explain to Joseph that they might be dealing with, oh hey, it's random numbers. We were both in Modcast. And a fun fact, I actually have that exact same NECA Predator figure, specifically the Jungle Hunter from the first Predator movie. And obviously it's a NECA toy, which means it has a lot of insane articulation and detail. It's just an overall pretty good figure. I'm surprised that Logan bought a Predator NECA figure just for this specific video, although I can probably guess why. Because you can find these Predator NECA figures at Target, and I bet Logan was just looking for something quick that he can use for the video. Also, if you open up the box, you can get like this little display thing where the figure is supposed to be when you open it up to get a little preview of it. Alright, I'm done gushing about the fact that Logan actually featured a NECA figure that I owned, but anyways, let's get back to this video. So yeah, this video is mostly a parody of To Catch a Predator, but he's also making light of the cupcake incident with EDP445. For those of you who don't know, EDP445 was a former comedy YouTuber who was outed out as a PEDA. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, I want to keep my money. But yeah, he was caught sometime in April of 2021, and when he was caught, he had this to say.
Go ahead. Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Yep, that's what he said. Instead of meeting up with a child, he was actually there to pick up a cupcake. Yep, you can see why this got memed. So now you know the context behind this whole joke, but here's something even more hilarious. EDP445 was originally going to be a part of the main SML cast. Yeah, I know, it sounds crazy, but he was originally going to be hired by Logan to voice one of his characters, but it never happened because Logan never made contact with EDP445 ever again, and EDP was rightfully pissed off, and everybody at the time was on his side and not Logan's. But in hindsight, Logan dodged a huge bullet. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Logan's poor decision-making skills actually saved him for once. Oh my god, that's actually crazy to think about, that EDP45 could have been part of the SML cast. It's crazy, alright? So, it's what makes this whole thing hilarious because EDP405 now is actually in an SML video, just not in the way he probably would have wanted. Great. He gets arrested and most of this video is spent Jeffy being a decoy to catch other predators like Screwball and of course David Winkle aka the purple guy. I guess what makes this video really funny is the fact that it's a parody of To Catch a Predator and it just occurred to me that there's a lot of pedophile characters in SML's videos. I'm just now realizing that, but I guess it's for the funny. But yeah, this video is mostly a parody of To Catch a Predator. There's a lot of funny moments. There are a few moments that do drag a bit here, but otherwise, it's a really funny video where it just kind of escalates the more the characters encounter a predator. And I just love the plot of this video basically gets kicked off because Joseph encounters EDP405 and Brooklyn Guy thinks it would be a good idea for a TV show.
And if you guys weren't underage, I'd use you as bait all the time.
Well, I'm not underage.
I think we have today's video idea. Okay, kids, you can scram. This is a Jeffy video now.
Well, at the very least, they're self-aware about the fact that Jeffy makes the millions, but here's the question. If Logan is aware that Jeffy is underage, why do little girls flirt with Jeffy in previous videos? I am not comfortable with this. But despite these minor nitpicks overall, I think this video was pretty entertaining, and if I were to give it a rating, I give it a rating of 4 stars. So yeah, those are the 2 SML videos I wanted to review to start off this year. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope that 2024 is gonna be a good year for you. It has to.